What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. Chatty Bobby Olumdori.
And it's just the three of us. We can make it if we try, just the three of us. Hey, everybody, my name is Friday the 14th, a.k.a. Tony, whatever. I did it backwards, but, you know, I'm the same person that's here every week. And to my left is...
You can call me what you want, but don't call me late for dinner. I'm Hot Mike Chance.
Wow. Shout out to BJ the DJ. Shout out to Brandon E.
Yep.
Shout out to Lil Wheels. Yep. Shout out to Mel.
Yep.
And shout out to all the freaking sponsors. We got Trouble Spirits, we got Revolution One Media, and all of them. Natural Disasters, Virgil, Both Mean Jeans, Jimmy Hart, Sanchez Turner, American Sting, Cocaine, Brian Pillman, and Queen Elizabeth.
That's it, man. What a cast of an ensemble cast.
A COC, cast of characters.
That's it. That's what I was trying to say on that one right here. But hey, we're here, episode 70. Episode 70. How it's crazy to think that we're like 70 episodes deep.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of them.
That's commitment.
70 is a big number.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not such a good number in school. I remember 70, you were skating on, you almost failed.
Yeah, yeah.
You were a point or two away from not being a failure to everybody.
You weren't going to play on Friday night in the football game with the 70.
You're still going to get to play right guard. Shitty ass deodorant, by the way. Yeah. Right guard, sports stick. Get the fuck out of here. You wasn't guarding nothing.
Nothing. That lasted about 2 hours, if that.
Yeah, dude. It was that flaky. Fuck out of here, right guard.
Right guard.
And the logo was like a guy sprinting or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't even remember what they look like. Who buys right guard? Is right guard even still around?
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
No. It can't be.
The worst deodorants, though.
The gel was the worst.
No, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Whoever invented the gel deodorant, like this one when you turned it,
it come through the cheese grater.
Yep. Yes,
yeah.
whoever.
It's like acid.
Yeah, well, that and your
so
armpit,
great. Yeah, dude, it was horrible.
You felt like your armpits were sweating because all the gel was up.
Dude, that idea was piss poor.
Okay? Horrible design. Horrible design. Now I could go with like the Smooth Glad that they have out now. It's not the white deodorant. But it's like the smooth, like that's approvable. That's what I use.
Yeah, I just use Old Spice Fiji.
Yeah.
I'm going to put y'all up on something. Have y'all checked out Harry's yet?
I've heard of Harry's.
Man.
I've heard of them.
Top notch.
I tried Dr. Squatch. I use Dr. Squatch soap. But I tried the Dr. Squatch deodorant, and it was like literally pulling my armpit hairs out when I was trying to put it on. It was like so dry.
Try Harry's.
God.
I was like, okay, that's enough of this. We need something smooth.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But the Dr. Squatch soap, I'm a big fan of.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Squatchers.
Say that 5 times.
That sponsor button.
Yeah,
hit
come
that
on,
sponsor
Dr.
button.
Squatch.
Unofficially sponsored by Dr. Squatch and Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
All
right.
Shout out to Meal Prep. And guys, we're here to talk about horror movies. We haven't talked about them in 6 months.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've
talked about wrestling, video games, snacks,
a bunch of stuff.
Theme music, championship belts. We've talked about a lot of shit. 80's movies.
Yep.
We've done an 81 horror.
We have. And
First 5 episodes. It's one of our most successful episodes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then we've done horror movies in the woods.
Yeah.
We did that last summer.
We found out Chance was a Boy Scout, and we found out that, well, we already knew, but we confirmed I would definitely die first.
I think we discussed how spending 2 weeks out in the woods, and there's no chance of us surviving 2 days.
No, especially this heat. Get the fuck out of here.
Not in the summertime, no.
Get the fuck out of here.
Satan's butthole the past 2 weeks.
Shout out to Satan's butthole, dude, especially in June, because that lets me know that we're going to have a really nice butthole in July and August.
Yeah, July's not even here, and
I'm not even going outside.
You're just protesting outside.
Mm-hmm. I'm done with it.
Yeah, it's terrible. But anyways, we're here. 80's slasher movies is the topic for today. Mm-hmm. This will probably be a multi episode, John, because there's so many great slashers from the 80's. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're probably you can go ahead and throw out like the Halloween movies from the 80's, the Friday the 13th movies from the 80's. Those are common slashers.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
The big four, Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
I think
Child's
those.
Child's Play. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the big franchises. Me personally, I think we should just let them ride on their own.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think for this one, we could highlight ones that aren't in the big.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
completely agree.
We
with
could
that.
easily sit here and say, "Oh, Friday 13th Part 6, Part 4, Part or
Yeah.
2." You know, but I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, just keep those separate because we've already done a Halloween episode on all those. We've done a Child's Play episode. We've done a Texas Chainsaw. We haven't tackled Friday the 13th yet. Shout out Willis. We're gonna get you out here for that one still.
Here's a question, and y'all can comment below too. What do y'all think about us doing a ranking video of the big 3?
I'm totally down for that.
Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Let's do it.
And we basically do a ranking of all the movies. So like,
Put them all together.
yeah.
Yeah,
Should we just do those 3, or should we throw Texas Chainsaw in there?
Just sign me up for whatever the hell
Yeah.
you want to do. That's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
But
we
if we
should-
did it to where it was just us 3 or us
Yeah.
3 and maybe Viz if he can do it. But if not, if it's just us 3, it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think
And
that'd be kind of cool.
we're very similar, well, except for H2O in our rankings and all that jazz. But yeah, we'll be right there. Yeah, I think that we can.
It'd be
tackle
fun to do
easy.
that maybe around Halloween time.
Good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like how you think.
We're just gonna name some in. Tony, you want to start?
Terror Train
Fire
from
1980.
1980 has God, I just went completely brain dead. Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Mm-hmm.
From her stellar 80s run right there in the early 80s.
1980 especially.
Yeah. Because, one right off of her, too, as well, Prom Night.
Yeah, you could just throw. Well, you could really throw Terror Train, Prom Night,
Yep.
and The Fog.
Yeah.
Not a slasher, but The Fog was 1980.
Yeah. And then, of course, Halloween 2 right there. And that little
Yeah.
2-year gap is freaking amazing.
But this, for Jamie Lee Curtis, I guess, yeah, Terror Train and Prom Night for sure. Prom Night I'm not as big of a fan of, but Terror Train is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Both of them are media. I tell you one, I'll throw another one right here off of that I like more than those two is The Prowler.
Yeah, Prowler's a good
I
one.
think
That's
we talked
81.
about that in the 81
Yeah, that's
episode
81,
and
yeah.
everything. So
But yeah, Terror Train was dope, man. It you had old David Copperfield making a
Yep.
cameo in there.
Yes.
And I just thought it was just good. It was a good slasher vibe. It was kind of a whodunit thing.
Yeah, it's set around New Year's Eve. It's all right there on that
Yeah.
train. It's all in one little location and all that jazz. So yeah, that's a fun one.
I dig Terror Train.
I got Blood Rage.
From
1987.
son.
not many Thanksgiving horror themed
Love
movies.
Yep.
Love it.
That's not cranberry sauce.
Yep.
Cheesy kills in it. It's a lot of
didn't-
fun.
That was the first. I think that was the first horror movie I watched on Shudder.
Oh really?
Yep.
Nice.
And I never watched it before, like back when I was growing up, but I watched it recently.
I didn't watch it. I watched it probably for the first time when Arrow released it.
Mhm.
When Arrow Video released it, that was
Yep.
the first time
That's
I
the first time
watched
I saw
it.
it too.
But just
Cool concept.
cool. It's no. Now that we got Thanksgiving
Mm-hmm.
and everything, just nobody ever tackled that holiday.
Yep.
Good call. Good pull on that one.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this one named. I was trying to save it, but
Throw it out there.
we'll just go ahead and throw it out there. This is a no-brainer. The Burning.
Oh yes.
81. We talked about that in the 81 video, but
Yep.
one of the best slasher movies. Period.
Yeah.
And everybody says, "Oh, it knocks off right there." And I don't give a fuck. It's fucking dope.
It's an 80s slasher movie.
It's great.
fun.
It's a great slasher. Cheesy acting. Kills are cool, especially for that time frame.
Yep.
Practical effects.
Cropsy's a cool character.
Yeah, Cropsy's a dope character. You get a young George Costanza, Jason Alexander, with a
whole
head full of
raft scene.
hair.
Yeah, with a head full of hair. That raft scene in that movie is just...
Yeah.
And the music's great in that one, too. It's
Oh,
got
yeah.
that little synth vibe to it. Do you wish that they would have expanded more off of The Burning?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you got to think too, man. The Burning. So people said it's a Friday the 13th ripoff. Okay. It came out the same year Friday the 13th 2.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's like it did. I don't know how it could really be a ripoff of that because the first one it wasn't even what it ended up being. You know what I'm saying? So
The whole camp aspect of it.
I guess so. But there was a lot. That was such an unoriginal idea back then.
Yeah.
There were so many different. Probably some more that we'll talk about in this video that were in the 80s. slasher genre that was the same theme.
Oh, yeah, Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, there you go.
It's pretty
You
much
just put the trilogy in there.
yeah, the whole trilogy in there.
Love them.
They're so much fun. The first one, if you've never seen it, stick around for that ending. It's a nice surprise. I don't. If you're watching this video, you're probably seeing the ending of Sleepaway Camp. But Felissa Rose, super nice lady. We've seen her a couple times at horror conventions.
Yep.
She's at all of them. But yeah, Sleepaway. It just goes back. Great kills. Camp slasher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's. Do people call it a ripoff of Friday the 13th too, just because it's at the camp and all that stuff?
I'm sure they probably try to, but that's just kind of how that is.
Yeah, I have a blast with all three of those because, especially the sequels, there's not much story to them. But if you're a horror movie fan, you're gonna get your kill fix in on those because there's so many, so many
for sure.
You got one?
Chance?
Edge of the Axe.
I was not a fan of that one.
Didn't
It's
like
an
it.
Arrow release, right?
It was an Arrow release.
It's not like
It's okay.
It's not like the greatest made movie,
Yeah.
but it's just fun and cheesy. And then
Yeah.
there's parts in that movie now. I'm sure on the original release you couldn't see it, but now with HD and everything, there's parts where he's hitting people with the axe, and you can see the axe like bending and
Oh
folding
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
They hid so much stuff on them VHS days,
Yep,
bro.
so it's just a fun watch for me.
That's another Friday the 13th with the whole killer with the hockey mask and all that stuff. I guess I had a higher expectation that because I didn't watch it till Arrow released it.
Yep.
But is that one on Shudder as well?
Believe so.
I think a lot of those Arrow titles are on Shudder.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of one that what was that one that we got when Arrow released? I'll have to look it up. But it was like a huge bust. It was like set in the woods with a big big killer. Oh my gosh, I'll have to look it up. I forget the name of it, but it was just fell flat for us because it was mainly just the killer walking around the whole time, and there was very few kills in it.
Yeah, I can't remember. We've watched so many movies.
Yeah.
I've got two that from 1981 that obviously we'll get out the way too, that are really dope. Final Exam.
Yes.
If you just want a mindless slasher movie, that is your movie.
Kind of like The Prowler.
Yeah, it's Final Exam literally comes on, and they're at a college, and somebody's going around killing people.
Yeah.
There's no build up. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. It's a dope ass horror movie.
Yeah.
It's for a slasher movie. Like, I've always been a fan of Final Exam, and the other one that I'll say from the same year, Tobe Hooper, Funhouse.
Oh yes.
I think Funhouse is really, really good. And it's again, 81 is so heavily stacked with fire ass slasher movies and horror movies in general. And this list that we're going by too, they've got The Fog listed as a slasher. It is not a slasher.
No, I wouldn't think. I
was like, no. But that's sidebar just because we brought that up earlier with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Final Exam and Funhouse are two that I really, really do like.
I've always been another one we've brought up before too. Madman.
Oh yeah,
it's
the hot tub scene.
Dude, the hot tub scene is ridiculous. It's super cheap. The
music. It's one of the funniest horror movie scenes ever.
Yeah, I love the look of Madman Marley and everything in it. I don't think you get enough of him, but that hot tub scene. I mean, that hot tub scene just takes over the whole movie because once you see it, it's just like, what is going on right now? How long is this going to last?
Yeah.
But I have a great time with Madman.
What about the Slumber Party Massacre?
Yes.
Let's go, dude.
Yes.
I like all of those.
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Yeah.
2 is a miss. Well,
I appreciate
I'm not going to say. I'm not saying it like
is.
it's fact. In my opinion, it was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was just kind of blah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we watched
Compared
all
to
3
the
of
other
them.
ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the whole the guitar drill thing.
Yeah.
I was, and it was kind of. And 2 went a little overboard with it, trying to go too much comedy horror in a way. Where 3 brought it back to a slasher again and everything. But that whole franchise, I have a lot of fun with it. I'd go 1, 3, 2 on that one.
Yeah. I don't enjoy 2 as much now that I'm older, but as a kid, I liked it.
The first one's great.
Yep.
Even though the killer has maybe like 2 lines the whole movie.
Yeah.
But just the look of him, he's a psycho. I did not like have you seen the remake that they came
I
out with.
didn't watch it.
It was not good. It wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
Which one?
The Slumber Party Massacre remake that they came out with.
I didn't even bother with that.
Don't waste your time with it. It was. But here, I'll go off another one. He just made me think of this one. Nail Gun Massacre. I know you've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
My God.
Dude, it just got a 4K release, too.
By who?
I forget who, but and it has subtitles.
Did you get it?
I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to pick it up. But Nail Gun Massacre, so much fun.
Boy, when he starts talking with that mask on, that bike, whatever the fuck.
It's a motorcycle. He's got a motorcycle helmet on, and I forget who we got it from. The first, they added no subtitles on it whatsoever.
It was the
88 Films.
88 Films, the red case.
Yes,
movies.
yeah, that's it.
I'll put a picture of that on there. Screen.
The movie, it's so much fun. The kills are great. It has the sheriff or the cop, one of those great sheriff cop characters that waddles around the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just cheese fun, just greatness.
For sure. Sticking with the massacre, you did Slumber Party Massacre, Chance.
Mm-hmm.
You did Nail Gun Massacre. I'm going to hit y'all with one that had 4 different titles to it.
Okay.
Hospital Massacre. Okay. Best known as X-Ray.
Okay.
It was in the X-Ray Schizoid 2-pack.
Yes, yes.
Fucking badass hospital horror movie.
Yes. I didn't watch it till you recommended that one.
Yeah, so I didn't even know it was Hospital Massacre. I knew it as X-Ray. Well, then I found out the main name for the longest was Hospital Massacre, but it was also known as Be My Valentine or Else or Ward 13. I don't know why it had 4 different working titles, but the one that it's listed to as the main title under here is Hospital Massacre. But we had it as X-Ray.
X-Ray.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it was but it's just a dumb slasher movie. Takes place in a hospital.
It's fun.
You know what
It's
I'm saying?
fun.
But it's fun. Like for slashers, it's a fun one.
If you're going into a slasher movie thinking you're going to get Titanic, you got something's wrong with you.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going into a slasher movie thinking you're going to get an Oscar-worthy masterpiece.
Yeah.
Just give me some
Especially
cool.
from the 80s.
Yeah, bingo. Just give me some cool ass kills, some practical effects.
Yep.
The story don't have to be. Just give me somewhat of a little bit of a story there. The characters really don't matter. Just give me some cool kills and practical effects, and some cool ass music, some synthy music.
Yeah.
I don't ask for
Shout
much.
Cynthia.
Yep. I got one that barely made the cut.
Oh, give it to me.
The Puppet Master.
Yes,
As
I like
far
the
as-
first 2.
that's one of my
Was
favorites.
first one 89?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it barely squeezed.
Hey, it got in there though.
Yeah.
Buzzer beater.
Yeah.
It was.
Man, I need to dive into Q to the dive in picture. We haven't posted that since the early days. I need to dive in to the Puppet Master. I don't think
There's
we've ever
so many of them.
Yeah.
We
There's
watched The Littlest Reich.
that one was fun. That's
And
probably
I've seen the first one before, but I don't know if I've ever seen because we've never watched any of that.
no. I've seen the first 2.
How many of them are there? Like 6 or 7?
No, there's like 14 or 15.
Oh, it's like
now.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, there's so many of. I mean, because they came. I forget. Full Moon came out with the Toulon box
Oh, that's right.
and everything, and I think there's
Well,
like 10.
it'd
in
be
that
cool
box.
to maybe watch the first couple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
15 films.
Okay, 15.
Oh shit! Yeah,
You're gonna
you know
have
how
to dive
bad.
in deep.
Once you get to like 4,
gonna do the
after
deep end.
3, I mean, there's no. We've seen The Littlest Reich, and it is insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that has one of the most crazy kills I've ever
Dude,
seen.
it's
in a movie.
insane.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't have the same fear for puppets after watching that as I did for dolls after
With
watching
Chucky.
Child's Play. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Marionettes.
Yep.
Is it my turn? Oh,
It's your turn. Yeah.
My Bloody Valentine.
Fire.
From 81. I mean, we've talked about it's such a great one.
So good.
Unfortunately, there's rumors around that Blumhouse.
Ruined.
They're gonna ruin it because evidently they're gonna put out a My Bloody Valentine movie.
Of course they are.
The original though, the uncut version is the way to watch that one. The kills are great.
Tom Atkins snaps in it too.
That's in the remake.
Oh fuck. Yeah. I'm so
Yeah.
used to him being in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
slashers.
but yeah,
But yeah,
it's so
the
good.
remake. Yeah.
But the original, I mean, just because I remember the first version we got of that one. The first time I ever watched it was the edited version of it that we got off of DVD.
The laundromat scene is a perfect example of why you need the unedited version.
Yes, that and where all the suits are hanging up, and that scene right there. That one's money too. But yeah, you gotta have My Bloody Valentine on your list for an 80s slasher.
Yeah. Now, this next one I'm gonna go with. I didn't like it as much when I watched it the second time, but I really did enjoy it the first time, and I still like it. And it's another one of those camp horror movies that we've spoken about. It's also from '81, Just Before Dawn.
Yes, I love it. Yeah,
I think that it's good. I don't think it's as good. It wasn't as good to me the second time than it was the first, but I still think it's a dope '80s slasher. Though.
Yeah.
It's just that same similar premise, but it's got a couple of different cool versions of it. I don't know if they're still in print or not, but it's definitely worth checking out.
It was a poor man's version of the original Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to tackle and everything. It didn't. I'm assuming it didn't have near the budget that.
I'm sure not. Yeah.
But I still have fun with it.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good call on that one.
I got another one from '81, The Fun House.
That's yes.
Toby Hooper. We were talking about earlier. No, but you're good with That movie's. I love that movie, dude.
It's so underrated.
Yeah.
It's such a gem, man. It's the whole carnival setting, the whole reveal of the kid. It's underrated.
It's just creepy. The whole vibe of it's creepy. The whole carnival aspect. They did a really good. Toby Hooper did a really good job of bringing that to life.
Yeah,
to make that feel, because you felt. I don't know. I felt like I was. There.
You're in the little haunted little house right there and everything.
Which he's good at doing. That's the same way you felt when you was watching Texas Chainsaw.
Oh, yeah, you're sweating your ass off even though you're watching it in January.
And I always feel like when I go into those haunted houses, you always think, are these people there? They could easily just do something to you.
Get away with it.
And nobody
it's part
really
of the show.
know. Yep.
Part of the show.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's a good one. The Mutilator.
Oh, dude, banger from '84.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Just not much of a plot in that one. Dude, but some great just cheesiness.
It's some of the worst acting I think I've ever seen in a movie.
Probably so. Yes.
But it's fun, man. We watched it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
together.
But it makes up for it with the kills and the practical effects
and that theme song
and the music. Yeah, I mean the music
makes no sense for what's happening. Have you ever seen it, Chance?
Mm-mm.
You need to have
it. May be on Shudder.
Yeah, it's an era. Once the worst case, you could probably buy it for a couple of bucks on iTunes or something.
Yeah,
on your iTunes. But it's definitely worth checking out, man. Mutilator is a solid one. So this next one I'm going to talk about is from 1980. Really gritty, tough to watch movie at times. Maniac.
Yes, yeah.
I think it's a really dope one. It's not for everybody.
No, it's not. I mean, I still have a lot of fun. Tom Savini did the practical effects in that movie, and he's the one that gets his face blown off in the car when he jumps up on the hood of the car and everything. But that's what I'm talking about when it comes to practical effects. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's right there at it. It's like I don't understand why movies can't do that nowadays. What they were doing in the early '80s to make it look so good, so good.
You would think it would have got better, but I think people just got lazy and started.
It's 100% what it is.
Yeah,
it's 100% what it is.
Yep.
But I'll throw one where this one gets a lot. Me and you have seen it. Offerings. Mm-hmm. A rip-off of Halloween to the music, to everything, to the story is a rip-off of Halloween.
Yep.
The music is very similar. The whole
don't we have like a funny character? Yes,
another cop character in that one. He's got a wide load, and
he shakes that thing.
He's got it with a mullet and that wide load, and I mean that thing is rotating when he's walking.
That motherfucker was walking like he was on the catwalk, dude. The whole movie. That's one thing I remember about that Offerings movie. It was a complete rip off of Halloween, and that cop's character was ridiculous.
Yeah,
but it was fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
Slasher, yeah. Go ahead.
I got one that's I would say semi-mainstream or probably mainstream. Children of the Corn.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
I like the first one.
I remember seeing the box cover at Blockbuster. That's what sold me on it with the sickle. And,
that's what I was thinking. Yep. I don't know what I was doing like a crane right there. I don't know what that was, but
that was.
I was going to call it a scythe. Yeah, but it's a sickle.
Kids and horror movies that are offing people. It's
terrifying,
man. Creepy.
Oh, for sure. That's a good one. So I got another one. This is from '87. This is another one that had multiple titles, and this is one I've talked about with Tony multiple times. I don't even know if you've seen it. It was originally called The Lamp. It's called The Outing. It's from 1987. It's about a group of teenagers that go to stay at a museum, and they're basically stalked by a spirit that's at the museum, and it's killing them off.
Okay, I've never seen that one.
But it was one of those that was in that it was in a 2-pack in Scream Factory. Okay. It was called The Lamp, and I can't remember what the other one was. The other movie it was on there with wasn't any good. But that's definitely one to check out.
I think Vinegar Syndrome put out The Lamp.
It's good, man. It's a good.
Check that
from
one
what I
out.
remember, it's a good like it's a fun slasher. Slasher-esque. It's not super slashery, but I can see why they say it that
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I got another gem for you. Pieces.
Oh yeah, that's a good
With
one.
the kung fu grip. dude. Oh my god!
I remember we got. I think it's from Grindhouse Releasing.
I still have it.
Yeah. It's an Italian, I think, slasher. But man,
Yeah.
is it fun! It is. It's got some great kills in it too.
Yeah.
Killer looks fun. That whole cutscene with the Kung Fu Master,
Dude.
it was oddly placed, but it makes it fun.
Pieces I compare Pieces. It's the same category as Mutilator.
Yes.
Quality, horrible acting, bad kills, funny. It's got all the, no pun intended, pieces.
Yeah.
It's got all the right
I put Blood Rage right there with
blood
that too.
rages in
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
for sure. Pieces is that was a good one.
Yeah.
I got another rip-off film, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
Hey, Tony
That's a
wasn't a
good
fan.
one,
I
though.
don't think.
Yeah, I liked
I
it.
thought it was good. Made for TV horror movie.
Yeah. Now, did you watch it when it first came out? When it came out on TV and
No,
stuff?
it was later on. When
Later
I
on.
watched it. Yeah.
Skeggs is a big fan
No,
of that
he's a
one
big
too.
fan of, he's the one that told me about it. I bought that Blu-ray that they came out with,
Yeah.
and we watched it, and I liked it. But I went in knowing
It was a made for
he was telling me this is a made-for-TV horror movie, so it's not going to show a lot of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
blood and gore and everything. But I thought it was cool. You had Larry Drake in there. R.I.P. to him, old Dark Man fan.
Yes.
But
See-
I thought it was good.
See, I think the movie that I like more than that one is, but I think it came out in the '90s was Scarecrows that Screen Factory put out and everything. I
With
like.
the military. and all
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not, I think it was early '90s probably.
Yeah.
Um,
Here, I'll throw one. I got one. Maniac Cop.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Maniac Cop is so much fun.
yeah.
There's so many
Especially
kills.
the first
in it.
one especially.
Yeah. It's just, I think we timed it at one time. It was just
Every
like
10 minutes. it
like
felt
every 10 minutes there's like a kill in it. It's just really easy paced, flows really well, just a lot of fun.
Yeah. I've got two that I'm going to name, and I'm going to group them together. They're both from the 80s, and I consider them slashers. And I think they're really, really dope sequels, Psycho 2 and 3.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
waiting on you to pull those out.
They are really dope.
I like them
Anthony
more than the
Perkins is
original.
great. Yeah, he's great. He's great in it. The story's great. The acting's great. It's got some cool kills in it. I just think they're both. I respect the original Psycho for
Yeah.
what it is. I just don't go back and watch it.
Yeah.
But that's Psycho 2 and 3 are the ones that Skeggs put me on too over the years, and I wish that Scream Factory would release them on 4K.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, because that's you talked up Psycho 2 for so long, and man, it took me forever to see that one. And then once it did, it's like, what the fuck was I waiting so long?
Yeah, it was good.
It's
Psycho
so-
3 is good too, man. It's
Yeah.
not as good as 2, but Psycho 2 is really good.
Yeah, it's super slept on.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I got another one that I used to rent all the time from Blockbuster, April Fool's Day.
Dude, I remember that cover art to
Yep.
that one so
With
much.
the noose,
with
the
the-
braided noose.
Yes, and
Yeah.
her holding the knife behind her
Mhm.
back. Dude, that's one of the VHS and Screen Factory put that one out as well. Kind of just
I haven't seen it in years. I need to go back and watch it.
it's got a big
but-
twist at the end of
Yeah.
it and all that kind of stuff.
I wanted to like it, man, really bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we watched it when the Scream Factory release came out, and it was just
Did it go too comedy for you?
well, it was and there was no. I mean, it was
Yeah.
no kills. Like it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't no gore, which is fine. But I didn't know that. I thought
Yeah.
it was going into a slasher movie, and then it ends up being it's April Fool's Day. Then there's the twist ending, and but I get why people like it though.
Yeah.
But
It was one of
Yeah.
those that just automatically grabbed your attention though at Blockbuster back in the
Mhm.
day with that cover art.
and you
Yep.
get a random appearance from old Biff Tannen in there. The dude that plays Biff Tannen
Really?
is in that movie. Yeah.
I have to go back and watch it and
Yep.
pay attention to
I always
that
forget.
now.
He's Biff Tannen. I don't know his name.
That's it. That's all he's known as.
I'm almost positive he's in April Fool's Day. Hopefully, I don't look silly.
Yeah, it's all right though. We've been known to be wrong a couple times.
Once or twice.
Yeah, that's all right though. Let's see. I just had one. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yep.
It's got to be mentioned on here.
The first one for
yeah,
sure.
the first one. The second one is just the first
Garbage
movie
bag now.
made over again.
Yeah.
But the first one, great 80 Christmas time. I like it better than Christmas Evil, which
Yeah.
was I think came out in the early before Silent Night. No, Silent Night, Deadly Night was 84. But Yeah, just a fun Christmas slasher movie. Except for the second one. The whole Garbage Day shit just doesn't make sense.
Terrible.
It's stupid.
So, fun fact, Biff Tannen is in April Fool's Day. His name is Thomas F. Wilson. And listen to this fun fact. Thomas F. Wilson, he's still alive, is an American actor, comedian, musician, podcaster, and YouTuber.
He's getting it all done.
And I did not know he does a lot of the voices for mainly villains on SpongeBob SquarePants.
Really?
Fun fact, Biff Tannen
The
is
more
voicing.
you know.
The more you learn something new
And with that
every
being
single day.
said, what am I going to go with next, man?
I got one.
Go ahead.
Spookies.
Spookies, dude.
Spookies. Another one of those like Gremlin-esque type feature. Have you ever seen Spookies? Yeah, check it out. It's fun. I had a lot of Vinegar Syndrome released it a couple years ago. I saw it once as a young whippersnapper. But I had even more fun with it once Vinegar released it and we watched it again. But yeah, I highly recommend Spookies.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to go ahead and say it, dude. It's not going to be a lot of people's. I think it's good. It's bad, though. Shocker.
I have fun with that one.
Yeah, Peter Berg. Dude.
Yes, I have fun with that one. I like it.
It gets shit on a lot. But I think Shocker is, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's a good slasher for an age slasher.
But I have fun with it. Just the whole,
especially knowing what Peter Berg went on to go end up doing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I think it's dope, and I've always been a sucker for the artwork for that movie.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
Especially when Scream Factory, but that was one of the first Scream Factories I ever bought was Shocker. Yeah. When it came, at the old Hastings days.
Yeah.
Oh God, we miss you, Hastings.
No, dude, y'all came through in the clutch for us multiple times.
Have you ever seen Twisted Nightmare?
Nope. Sounds like a good one.
Yeah, it's a good wood slasher movie. I found it randomly out at McKay's. Watched it. It was pretty decent, and then bought it for like $15, and then turned around and flipped it for like $100 on eBay.
Yep.
So that was a nice. Thank you, Twisted Nightmare. Make a little profit on that one.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
FTB.
Have we mentioned Graduation Day yet?
I have. I think that is that one. Is it a trauma movie? I don't think so. But no, I have fun with that one. Another school slasher.
If you put day behind something, I'm gonna watch it. if it's Graduation Day, any kind of something day, yeah.
Sign you up
for it. If it's a
it.
horror movie, I'm gonna watch it.
Have you ever seen Splatter University?
Nope.
That's Graduation Day. It's not good. No,
it's rough. Yeah.
It's rough. I like Graduation Day better than Splatter University.
Yeah. I just like something that's just cheesy. The cheesier, the better.
Well, then you'd probably like Splatter University then.
Yep. I don't expect much out of those movies.
Yeah. I got another Christmas one that like the Blu-ray is so hard to find. It's super out of print, but To All a Good Night.
Yeah.
I've seen that one once, and so good. It's a great underrated Christmas slasher movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun with that one.
Man, I'll go ahead and name this one. This is the one I got on Arrow Video. Doom Asylum.
Oh yeah.
Doom Asylum is a good. It's one of those so bad it's good. It's like got comedy aspects to it, but overall I think it's a dope, like low budget slasher for the 80s.
There's somebody big in that movie too, ain't there? Ain't there like an actress that turned out to be like a big?
I don't know.
Kristen Davis, wasn't she on
Sex in the City?
Yeah, that's her.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's her early days. Okay, yeah. So, but yeah, Doom. Oh, sorry.
Whoa,
Doom Asylum. It's one I never even knew existed until about 2016, 17, whenever those Arrow video sales started.
That and I remember getting the Slayer with that one.
The Slayer's another one. It's from the 80s too.
Yeah, that one was fun too.
But yeah, man, I think the Doom Asylum's a good fun. I'm wondering if Body Melt was it considered. Why they? Another thing too, I was going to ask y'all. It always gets considered a slasher. It's in this list. Cobra.
I think it's that action horror because it is pretty much a action slasher because the killer.
Yeah, I just can't put it in horror because Stallone's in it.
Because Stallone's in it, but
it's always action. But it's always listed in people's slasher movies.
Angel in the City. Yeah. It has Brigitte Nelson in that one too.
Brigitte, dude.
Yeah, that's when her and Stallone started canoodling together. freaking Brigitte Nelson's like this, and Stallone's down here.
They climbed that mountain. Didn't
Yeah, that was before she got with Flava Flav.
they? Flava Flav. Oh Lord. Hell yeah, 80 slashers. Do y'all got any more?
This one, I don't understand why this one's under a slashers, but Basket Case is under a slashers list here. There's no way that should be a slasher.
No.
I got one for you. One that was terrible that made no sense in it. Remember Blood Beat?
Oh God.
Yeah,
With
the
vagina?
samurai.
I haven't seen that one.
You don't want to watch it.
It is. That was
Blood Beat
odd.
is awful. Don't watch Blood Beat. Whoever's watching this.
Yeah. Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker. I did have fun with that one. I like that one.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I've heard y'all talk about that, but I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You got any other ones, Chance?
Nope. I'm
You
fresh
good?
out.
I got one more. One of Brad Pitt's first movies, Cutting Class.
Oh, Cutting Class is fire, bro. I forgot
Yeah.
about Cutting Class. Vinegar Syndrome released it, and that is good. Good
That's
one to
a
go
good
out
one.
on, Tony.
Yeah.
I forgot
That's a
all
good one
about
to go
Cutting
out on.
Class. That is a Brad Pitt banger for
Yeah,
sure.
early Brad Pitt.
Yep. Dope slasher movie, man.
Yeah. But is Deadly Blessing a slasher?
I didn't say it. It's listed as one. I don't consider it a slasher.
Okay.
But I mean,
I saw that one.
it's weird how they've got them listed. Like I like Deadly Blessing, Wes
Yeah.
Craven,
Yeah.
right? You got Ernest Borgnine in that. You got a young Michelle Pfeiffer, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
It's got one of those. Another thing tying into. It's got a sleepaway camp type ending to it.
Yeah. They got that big twist. Have
I
seen
guess
that
you
one?
could say it's a slasher though.
Have you seen Deadly Blessing?
Mm-hmm.
It's got Michael Berryman in it
Yep.
from Hills Have Eyes.
never watched
I
that.
can
Yeah.
see that being a slasher.
You'll have to mark that one down on your list there.
That's a solid one.
Boom. I like it.
That's a
I like
solid
it too.
Do you?
Yeah.
You like it
was
for
good.
episode number 70?
Yep.
Because, like I said, we can branch off of this even more because there's so many more slashers. And hell, there's a shit ton of slashers from the 90s. I don't know about a shit ton, but slashers from the 90s we can go with too.
Mm-hmm.
And so, all up in this horror world.
Hell yeah, dude. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit us up on the social medias.
Yep.
Over the top on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Putting out reels on the daily.
On the daily, son. Shout out to Trouble Spirits. Shout out to Revolution One Media and all the wrestlers.
We out this motherfucker.